everyone, it's RiverBendSurvival again. This evening, I'm going to get you caught up on a little bit of what's been going on and do a review of a new day hiking bag that I got. I think you're going to find the information kind of interesting if you don't already know about this bag. I'll be right back with you. Hey there. As a lot of you know, here a couple of months ago, I don't remember how long ago now, it's just been a few months ago, my wife got me a dog, Penny, and I was trying to set up a bag for her going on day hikes with Penny. She's not old enough yet to carry her own water or any of her supplies, those kind of things. So I had ordered this haversack type bag, and I did a video on it already. I love this bag. I made a couple of changes since the last time. Those of you that keep up with me on Facebook have seen some of them as I post them. The strap was just a little narrow, so I made a leather pad or shoulder strap or whatever you want to call it to go onto it. That made a world of difference. And then when Claire tried mine, she wanted one for her bag, so I made one for her. Added some patches to it. Physically, not much has changed, and very little. I think there's only been one change inside the kit. That's not what this video is about. The problem with it is, though, as much as I love this bag and I'm using this bag, when I take Penny out and I have to carry the additional water for her, this bag is too small. In so much as when I put it on and I have my water in the bag and then I add Penny's water into the bag, it really cranks down on one shoulder. You know, if I'm carrying in essence 2 Nalgene bottles worth of water in here at a time, that's a considerable amount of water just for walking around during the day. And even with the pad on here, it really cranks down on the shoulder. So this bag has become my day hike bag. This is when I go out. This is the one I use to replace the one that I've showed 100 times that I love so much. This is the bag I'm using now. The other one is actually empty now. It's hanging over there, and it'll join the walking staff that I retired here pretty soon on the wall. The point of this video, though, is not this. Because of the problem with the water weight pulling on one side, after trying it a couple of times and deciding that was not going to be my long-term answer for this, I decided that I was going to go back to a full pack. Now, as you've seen before, I have plenty of packs. None of them are made for that. None of them are made for day hikes, just going out with me and the dog, or me and Claire and the dog, me and my wife and the dog, whatever the case may be. There were a couple of things that I wanted. I want it because of the heat we have down here, and I have not been taking Penny out as much as I should be because it's just too hot. She is just dying from the heat. She's black. The ground's baking hot. She soaks in the heat. She is just dying. So I have not been taking her out as much as I should. Here in the next 6 weeks, we should start dropping back down below 100 degrees every day again, and I'll start taking her back out. Now, because I wanted a pack to wear when I go hiking with Penny, and actually I've used it on the last 2 hikes or so, just to test it out. I wanted a pack that had shoulder straps, a sternum strap, but it needs to be small. And if it's small, it does not need a waist belt. I wanted a hydration pack, and I'll go over that detail here in a second. Just so I didn't have to try to reach around on a small pack and grab the water bottle or drop the pack to get it. I like hydration packs when I'm out hiking. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, they're nice. Just grab the straw and take a drink. Anyway, I researched this for a month, at least a month. Watching videos, reading reviews on eBay, reading reviews on Amazon, going out to different sources on the internet, looking at it, talking to people I know, trying to find a pack that would fit this. Because I'm only going to buy it once. I've done a video about just buying stuff and buying stuff and buying stuff, but I'm only going to do it once. So, in the meantime, I had bought another pack to build an ultralight kit with, and it's sitting over on the floor. Once again, that's not what this video is about. When I've tried that pack out, then I'll do a video on it. What I decided I was going to buy, though, what I ordered and what I got in 2 weeks ago or whenever it was, is this one. This is the Teton Sport 1100 hydration pack. Obviously the 1100s for 1100 cubic inches of storage. You can see that it is small. It is extremely small. What I'll do here in a second is I will bring the camera down closer so you can see better. Now, this is loaded out just like I take it. The only thing missing on it right now is Penny's bowl, and actually by the time I put the camera down and get back, I'll reattach the bowl. I just had it out drying. So far I like this pack. There's one little thing about it that I don't like, and I'll tell you what that is, and it's probably just going to be me. So let me get the camera reset and we'll get right to it. Okay, here it is. This is, like I said, the Teton 1100 cubic inches of storage, water bladder. Let's start with the straps first. It has obviously two straps. They are well ventilated. This orange part that you can see right there, there's holes going through that. There's a decent amount of padding on it, especially for a little light day hike bag. It has a sternum strap with a built-in emergency whistle in it, actually, that's pretty loud. The water bladder hose has nice connection points on the strap and a nice port to come through up here. On the back of the pack, I'm trying to turn it this way because there's a light right there shining. It has nice padding right here on each side. Now, before I leave this section, let me tell you the one thing that I don't like. You'll see in a minute, I'm going to pull out a 2-liter water bladder in here. 2 liters is quite a bit for a day hike, for just, 4 or 5 hours. But on top of that, now it was fully loaded the 2 times I've taken out, because that's the only way to test it. Where this bladder sits at, what I'm pushing on right here, this part that's flexing it out, that's the bladder. The problem there is with this padding here, the bladder is laying right against your back, right against my back. There's no airflow through here at all because of all that weight and that bladder just hanging right there. It gets rid of it. So I will either go with I doubt it will be a smaller bladder. I may just not fill this one up as much, or I may just get rid of having the bladder at all and start carrying water bottles again. I don't know yet. I'm going to have to mess with that. But before I turn it around, I want to show you, I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but when I put my hand flat across there, the padding is touching, the water bladder is touching, and the padding is touching. The air gap that is supposed to be in there, it's gone. So, not a big deal. It's really not a big deal, but it's just something that, for me personally, I have to deal with. Now, let's lay it down. Well, let's try to stand it up somewhat. I don't think it'll work either. Let's lay it down a little bit. Hooked on the straps on the outside, I just keep 2 of the bungee cords that everybody knows I love to use, the one with the little toggle on it. I've always got these in my kit. I was carrying a plastic water bowl for Penny. That's okay, except for the fact that then I got to store a plastic water bowl in my bag, and that doesn't work out so well. So I ordered a, it's actually called a Lovable Dog water bowl, and this is it. It just unzips, pops open, and becomes the water bowl. There's not a lot to say about it. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It's really light, it's small, it's flexible. It came with the little clips, hangs on the outside of the pack. I don't have to put a wet bowl back into my bag. I can actually leave it open and let it air dry as I'm walking, but I usually just close it up. When I get home, I rinse it out and just let it dry. Pretty neat little item. It is what it is. The only other two things I'm carrying on the outside right now is some hand sanitizer right here. And I don't know if any of you have ever tried this. It's called the Arctic Cove. My friends from the Bushcraft meetup, actually they're my friends outside the Bushcraft meetup, but Buddy from Southern High Lifer, him and his wife gave me and Claire each one of these at the last meetup. I use it all the time. There's like 5 different ways to wear it, get it wet, put it on. It's like having air conditioning on my head or my neck. I love this thing. Oh, I lied. On the outside is also a bandana, which is just a sweat rag. That's all it is. Now let's talk about the bag some. On the outside, it has a mesh pocket on each side, plenty big to carry a water bottle. Over here, right now, I have the bandana, my Arctic thing in there. It has a small pocket right here on the top. Unzip it, and in here I carry the hiking knife that I've shown y'all before. I like to carry that in there. A little first aid kit, very basic stuff in it. My compass, and that's it. That's all that's in that outside pocket. It has little divider, it has 2 little dividers with the springy things on it. The compass fits down in one of them, the knife slides down in the other one, and the first aid kit just sits right on top. Easy access right on the outside. Now, one of the neat things they did on this pack is right here is a buckle. When you undo that buckle, and these 2 on the sides, which are like compression straps, they are compression straps, this bag folds out of the way. So you could put a jacket here, you could put you can put whatever you want to right here and lock it in place with this pocket and the 2 straps on the side. Now, while I have it open right here, this does come with a waist belt. It's right here. I've got it flipped around inside out and it's just sitting behind this pouch right here. I will probably cut it off. The only reason I haven't cut it off so far is because I did not know if I was going to like the pack, and I might have given it away or traded it to someone, and they may have wanted the belt on it. But for right now, it's not hurting anything. It just sits in there, so it doesn't bother me to have it on there. So I'll keep this down for right now. The next pocket sits right up here on top. It is a small pocket, and of course you can get to it with that pocket in place. In this pocket, all that I have in here, y'all seen these 100 times. It's my signal mirror, the little keychain, LED flashlight, and a sail needle. I love these little kits. I have my bug spray and my headlamp. That's all, and extra batteries are in this bag too. Those 3 items sit right in the top in the top pocket up here. That's all that's in it, and it's pretty much all that it will hold. It is a small pocket. If you can fit it in your, I'm going to say this: if you can fit it in your front pocket of your blue jeans, it'll go in here. Otherwise, it's probably not going to go in this pocket. That's about the relative size of this pocket right here, as you can see from my hand on it. As you can see from my hand on it, that's all there is to it. Now I have to turn it sideways for a little bit. It has a rain flap over this zipper. In this section of my pack. You see how that just folds out of the way. When this pocket's let loose, this thing just folds wide open. Is one of the tarps, the Seal Stop tarps that my wife makes for me. I have my rain poncho in there, my fire kit, and a brand new spool of bank line. That pretty much fills up this pocket. I could fill it up higher, but I really don't have anything else that I want to put in there. I mean, this is just a day hike kit. I don't go out for more than, I would say honestly 6 hours would be the most that I would be planning on going out with this. I have enough stuff in it that if an emergency came up, obviously I would be fairly well off. I would not be living in the lap of luxury, but I would be fairly well off. Let me get this out of the way. That's all the main pockets on it. Now, on the very top, let me spin it towards you. On the very top up here is the pocket for the water bladder. And it just hooks in with a Velcro strap. This bag comes with this water bladder and tubing and such. Now, one thing I did read on the comments about this water bladder, it's a full 2-liter water bladder, and that's fine. One of the comments I read was the water tastes like rubber. Folks, they could not be any more correct on that. That flavor will go away like it does with all of the bladders, but this, unlike the other brands of water bladders that I have, this does feel like a rubber bag. Most of them feel like they're plastic or a combination plastic, rubber, whatever you want to say. This straight up feels like a rubber bag. And it does have a very strong rubber taste to it. When you're thirsty, doesn't matter. I drink it. But like I said, there's a very high possibility that bladder is going to come out of here, and I will just carry water bottles with this bag. Now, I don't know how much y'all are going to like this or not. I think one of the neatest things about this bag is right here on the bottom. Where this little tab is at, when you pull this open, it has a built-in, it's attached to it, rain cover. So, if you're out day hiking, storm comes in, you don't have to look for your rain cover. It's built right into it. Pull it out, put it on, you're done. I love that. That, to me, that was actually one of the selling points for this bag. Nobody wants their gear to get wet. It doesn't matter if it's a day hike or going across the Appalachian Trail. You want your gear to stay dry. And I love the fact that they built it in right into the bag. One last little detail while we're on the bottom down here. This hole that I'm sticking my finger in, let me see if it's showing up on the camera. Right there, there's a triangular hole. I'm hitting the bottom of the water bladder right there. Another good thing that they did on here is the water bladder is in its own pocket. It is not just part of a bigger pocket on the back. It is its own sleeve with the funky little zipper up here on top that's really only good for getting the water bladder in there. Once it's in there, you really can't use that space. The nice thing is it sandwiches the water bladder. If it leaks, if it gets a hole, the water runs through the pack and comes out this hole at the bottom. It does not soak the stuff in the front. I think that was another great touch they put on here. So, I think I've been all the way around the bag now and shown you everything. Let me get the camera reset real quick here, and I'll give you my final statement about this bag and whether I recommend it or not for other people to try. Be right back. Okay, now you've seen the bag. As I said at the beginning, it is a small bag. Exactly what I was looking for. The price, $40, $50. It was somewhere between $40 and $50. I honestly don't know what it was. It was not an expensive bag. Let's do a couple of check marks here. I was looking for a small bag. It is small. I was looking for a well-built bag. It seems to be well-built. I was looking for a bag that came with a water bladder. It does. I just don't know if I'm going to use it for a bag this small. I very well may. I was looking for a bag that did not need a waist belt. The reason being is, like a bunch of you watching my videos, I'm 6'1", 260 pounds. A bag that is only this long on my back hits me right about the bottom of my rib cage, and then they want me to put a belt around my rib cage. Not doing it. I don't need it. So the belt, I like the fact that it's just a web belt that I can tuck out of the way or cut off or get rid of or whatever. Like I said, I'll probably cut it. I think I'll probably cut it off, but it's also not hurting anything just hanging there, so I may just leave it where it's at. One other thing that made me decide to get this bag, if you're thinking about getting a small day hike bag and you're a bigger guy like me, I like a sternum strap. The problem I have with 4 of the bags that I have that are smaller bags, well, one's a good sized bag, but I have the same problem with it. If you have any kind of chest, for some reason that sternum strap wants to be up around the neck. I have no idea what the deal is with that. It's just the way it works out. With this one, not only is it adjustable, you can adjust it, I mean, a long way, but you can see I have mine at the top, and when I have this bag on and I have the sternum strap attached, it's down here. It is not up on my neck. It's a good 6 inches away from my neck, and I can adjust it farther down. I love that. Any of you big guys out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about with that strangling sternum strap. So it met all the requirements of what I was looking for. I'm extremely happy with the purchase. Longevity wise, have no idea yet. I don't see anything that leads me to believe that it's going to fail. But things happen. Right now I'm extremely happy with the purchase. Right now, after a couple of test runs with it, I'm really happy with the bag. The water bladder thing, that's just me. That probably wouldn't bother most people. But I just want to tell you, it doesn't do any good to do a review if the person doesn't tell you what they like or dislike about it. Would I recommend, if somebody asked me, was it a good bag to try? My answer right now would be yes. It wouldn't hurt to try it. Of course, keep in mind, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't get anything for free. I buy it all. So I'm not telling you to go out and buy this so I can make any kind of money. And I'm not telling you to go out and buy it. But if you're looking for a small day hike bag that meets the criteria that I just gave you, it carries all my gear. It has plenty of room left for snacks and food. I just don't know how, right now, I just don't know how you can go wrong with this Teton Sports 1100. I hope the review helps some people. And if this isn't what you're looking for, maybe it will lead you to think about some different things before you buy your next pack. I don't know what my next video will be. It probably will not be the ultralight bag that I bought. I got a lot of things going on in my life right now, including the fact that my wife has gotten a broken shoulder and a dislocated shoulder. Those of you who follow me on Facebook know. So I'm kind of restricted on my time away from the house right now. Anyway, I don't know what the next video will be. We're running 104, 105 degree temperature every single day here with a heat index of around 120. I'm just not spending much time out in that. Me and Claire are looking to go out this Saturday. I may do something then with some sort of video, but it'll be a short one because by noon we're off the trails. It's just too hot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of this bag. Until next time, remember, get out in the dirt and have some fun. Thanks.